I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the Lenox Township Board of Trustees, June 5th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, approval of meeting agenda.
Mr. Supervisor, I have a couple of changes to the meeting agenda. Item number F, we'd like to remove that item as it had been previously taken care of at a board meeting and replace it with 2024 through 2026 Macomb Urban County CDBG program.
That's item F.
That's not item F. Then, under item N, outdoor gathering permit. Under item O, SEMCOG membership dues. Under P, we have the 23-24 user charge rates for water. And the last change is Q, the 2023-2024 user charge rates for wastewater disposal.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agenda with adding N, O, P, and Q, and also changing F to CDBG funds.
Second.
I have a motion by Trustee Gurley, seconded by Treasurer Honnold. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? Motion passes. Approval of minutes.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes of the Board of Trustees meeting of May 8th, 2023 and May 15th, 2023.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Honnold, seconded by Trustee Clifford. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None? Public announcements. Public comment. All right, public hearing, 2023-2024 budget public hearing.
Make a motion that we open the 2023-2024 budget public hearing at 6:33 p.m.
Second?
I have a motion by Clerk Candell, seconded by Treasurer Honnold. May the Deputy Clerk call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you like to read the notice?
Yes, I will. Just one second here. Notice of the Lenox Township Budget Public Hearing. Notice is hereby given that the Lenox Township Board of Trustees will hold a public hearing on the proposed township budget for the fiscal year 2023-2024 on Monday, June 5th, 2023, beginning at 6:30 p.m. The property tax millage rate proposed to be levied to support the proposed budget will be a subject of the hearing. The Lenox Township millage rate for 2023 is as follows. Township millage 1.00 mils. Road millage 1.00 mils. Library millage 1.5 mils. The fire millage 3.5 mils. All of the above rates will be subject to the Headley rollback if applicable. This notice is posted in compliance with Public Act 267 of 1976 as amended, Open Meeting Act, MCLA 41.72A 2-3, and the Americans with Disabilities Act. The Lenox Township Board will provide necessary, reasonable auxiliary aids and services such as signers for the hearing impaired and audio tapes of printed materials being considered at the meeting to individuals with disabilities upon 7 days' notice to the Lenox Township Clerk. Signed, Luann Candell, Lenox Township Clerk.
I believe our millage rate hasn't changed, correct?
No.
All right, so we're looking at estimated revenues of of all funds of $12,669,608, with the total appropriations being $12,107,498. If there's no further discussion, I will need a motion to close the public hearing will be in order.
A motion to close the 23-24 public hearing at 6:36.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Hahn, seconded by Trustee Gurley. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Arnold.
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
Kendall.
Aye.
Reader.
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
All right, consent agenda. All items listed under this consent agenda are considered routine by the Township Board and will be enacted by one motion. According to established Township meeting rules, there will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the Board or public so requests after prior to the meeting, in which event the Chair of the meeting may remove such items from the consent agenda for discussion and consideration under agenda item number 9 below. Approval of the consent agenda shall be by majority roll call vote of those present and voting.
We have orders of bills. I have a total of $688,862.94 in current invoices to be paid. A total of $297,456.99 in invoices that were paid during the month, for a total approval of $986,319.93.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda with the orders and bills in the amount of $986,319.93.
Second.
I have a motion by Trustee Gurley, seconded by Trustee Clifford. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Gurley.
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
Arnold.
Aye.
Kendall.
Aye.
Reader.
Aye. All righty. New business item A, 2022-2023 budget amendments. So this is pretty a straightforward one. This is just balancing out one thing that went over budget. It is account number 591-537-927, which is sewer treatment. And just went over budget by about 80 grand this year. So hopefully with the next budget, we'll be able to correct that.
Make a motion that we approve the budget amendment as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Candell, seconded by Treasurer Hahn. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Kendall.
Aye.
Arnold.
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
Reader.
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
All right, item B, 2023-2024 budget. You've all been working hard on this one. If there's no discussion, Chair will accept the motion.
I make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 proposed line item budget as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Candell, seconded by Treasurer Hahn. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Kendall.
Aye.
Arnold.
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
Reader.
Aye. Item C, 2023-2024 wage schedule. So this came after comments and feedback from the workshop.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 wage schedule as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Candell, seconded by Trustee Clifford. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Kendall.
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
Arnold.
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
Streeter.
Aye. All right. Item D, master plan proposal. Madam Clerk?
We had solicited our planner, Mr. Casson, from the Casson Planning Group, to give us a proposal on a new master plan. As you all know, the master plan we currently have is a little bit out of date. Mr. Casson has offered a proposal for a total cost of $13,200 to prepare the new 5-year Lenox Township Master Plan. It's going to take approximately a year to complete. Mr. Casson will be responsible for writing the plan, including maps, charts, and the undertaking of the survey. All publication and printing costs will be the responsibility of the township, and billing will occur in 6 equal monthly payments of approximately $2,200.
I make a motion to accept the proposal by Casson Planning Group LLC for the master plan at $13,200 with billing that incurs in $2,200 payments every 2 months, 6 payments.
I'll second.
I have a motion by trustee Clifford, seconded by treasurer Hahn, and Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Clifford.
Aye.
Connell.
Aye.
Reader.
Aye.
Hurley. Aye. Kendall.
Aye.
All right. Item E, fire department order pager request, Mr. White.
Good evening, Mr. Supervisor, members of the board. Before you tonight is a recommendation for the purchase of 10 minute or 6 fire department alerting pagers. In last year's budget, we had approved kind of replacing the first half of all of our pagers. In this coming year's budget, we're proposing replacing the remainder of those pagers. By approving this tonight, we can get this order placed. Because this is radio equipment, it often is taking months and months to come. And so by approving it tonight, it won't actually, the equipment won't arrive until after July 1st, and we won't be due any funds going forward. So this is budgeted in the budget documents, the line of budget that you just approved a few moments ago. It is with paging and wireless service in the amount of $3,822.75.
I will make a motion to approve the purchase of 10 pagers for the fire department at $3,822.75 from P&W Paging and Wireless Service Center.
I will second.
I have a motion by Clerk Campbell, seconded by treasurer Hahn, and Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Kendall.
Aye.
Connell.
Aye.
Reader.
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
Hurley.
Aye.
I want to thank you, and since I only have the one opportunity or expectation to be here at the microphone tonight, for those that don't know him or recognize him, I just want to take a minute to introduce our Macomb County Sheriff's Officer, a liaison for Lenox Township. Lieutenant Jeff McPherson is here tonight. If he wants to speak, certainly we can give him a minute at the public comment towards the end. I don't know if he's got anything he wants to say or just wants to kind of keep an eye on what's going on in our meetings. Jeff, for those unaware, is also a resident of our community here in Lenox Township. So,
Mr. White, on the vote we just did, I had one question, and not a problem passing it. Does that complete all the pagers we need?
for right now, that should make certain that all the firefighters have a new pager after these guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item F, 2024-2026 Macomb Urban County CDBG Program. Mr. Grayman.
Good evening, members of the board. This was brought to us this past Friday, so we do apologize for the add-on. This is Macomb County requesting for us to join a consortium for Urban County Community Development Block Grant Program. What basically they're doing is they're changing what we all know as the CDBG is being transferred into the Urban County CDBG. So this evening in front of you, you have a resolution that has to be complied with under the federal side prior to July 7th. So that has been rushed and brought forward to the board for this evening's approval. If you'd like, we can go through each and every item, but this is a overall CDBG funding account requirement resolution for the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. This evening, we're requesting under the Supervisor's Office that the Board of Trustees review and accept this proposal and move forward with the resolution. If there's any questions, feel free.
Number one, the Community Development Block Grant Program. They have us listed as the Charter Township of Lenox.
We'll correct that. That was a template that was sent over that we printed off, which we will make the amendments prior to having the supervisor sign off on that.
This agreement is for 3 years, 24 through 26.
That is correct. They've changed the program significantly. As you and I both know, there's also these pending issues, and this also will help us in the sales program. This is just a bureaucratic mess, basically, at this time, and Macomb County is working hard to get this corrected for us.
Why is the date up higher, Mr. Grayball, at 2/27?
I'm sorry?
In the resolution, it says July 21st, 2024 through June 30th, 2027.
It should be 2026. Well, June 30, oh, yep, that is also a typographical error. That'll be corrected. Like I said, this was a template that was sent out to all the communities. So it's our requirement to go through and make sure the typographical errors are corrected prior to signing. As you see in each and every other line, it's clearly through 2024, 2026.
I'll make a motion that we approve the cooperative agreement for Urban County, the Community Development Block Grant Program for fiscal years 2024 through 2026.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Clerk Mandel, seconded by Treasurer Hartman. Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Hamel,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
All right, item G, 2023 Macomb County
Hold on
Department.
just a second. I believe the second part
Oh,
of
that's
this is
right, it's
actually
two-parter.
passing the resolution.
That's right, go ahead.
We have a resolution in front of us titled 2024 to 2026 Macomb County Urban County Renewal, Resolution 2023-5. If you want me to read it, I will. If not, it's spelled out in front of you. That correction that we need to make with the date will be made when the final copy of this resolution is fixed in the clerk's office, but would you like it read for the record, or?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to authorize the 2026 Macomb County Urban County Community Development Block Grant Program Resolution being number 2023-5 as presented after correction.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Hartman, seconded by Trustee Gurley. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Hamel,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Kendall,
Aye.
Reader.
Aye. All right, now item G, 2023 Macomb County Department of Roads Dust Control Plan. Mr. Graybaum.
All right, good evening once again. This agreement is entered into as of the 15th day of June of 2023. The Township Supervisor's Office is requesting that we move forward with the the dust control program for Macomb County's portion. At this point in time, based upon the information that has been brought forward, we're requesting that we move forward with the applying of 2 applications of brine this year. The additional applications, if requested, will be, the township itself will be required to pay 100%. With that cost being involved, a 100% cost for an additional limestone or a dust control program through brine would cost us directly $47,328. That has went up significantly, somewhere in the neighborhood of $19,000 to $20,000 in the past year. At this point in time, we are recommending to stay with the 2 applications that are given by the county. I will forewarn you, we've already applied and has presented to the roads at this point 1 application. So, with that being said, I'd still recommend we could always add in the August timeframe if we need to, but the recommendation is that we will stay with the 2 applications at this point in time based upon the cost.
I will make the motion to approve the application of 2 well brine, applications to the township roads. Those 2 being at the expense of the township, and the township reserving the right to request any additional applications at a later date.
Would you like to amend that because it's the expense of the county?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, at the expense of the county. Please amend it. I got a little tongue-tied, sorry.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, second by Trustee Gurley. Would the Deputy Clerk please call the roll?
Kendall,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Connell.
Aye.
All right.
Just a quick follow, Mr. Supervisor, on that. Be advised, Macomb County has been very clear and vocal that they are working hard at replacing brine overall. They've got to come up with something different. The state has really been cracking down on the use of brine. So that also additional cost is part of that.
All right. Item H, Township Insurance Policy Renewal. Mr. Graybaum.
All right, good evening. Once again, the board had authorized this to go out for bid. This was put out for bid at the early part of May. This was posted on the township website, and also the same copy of bid request was sent to interested township certified insurance providers. With that being said, there was 4 interested companies that were sent items of information. The following companies, in fact, reached out: Crockett Insurance Group, Southfield, Michigan; Nickel and Saff Insurance Group, Mount Clemens, Michigan; Sweet Insurance, West Bloomfield, Michigan; Provision Insurance, Royal Oak, Michigan. Interesting enough, as you'll see in your packet, the results came back with this. Crockett stated that they did not have enough time to respond and declined. This was posted over 30 days on the site. Nickel and Saff responded on time without much updating requests that they have actually worked on this for a while. Sweet Insurance declined, as they stated it was a new option for them, and they said the rates would start well over $100,000 and automatically would have a 20% increase, as its new business be somewhat in the neighborhood of $130,000 to start the program. They thought through their professional opinion, if we had a good carrier, we needed to stay with the market based upon the unstable demands. Provision had a lot of request information that was continuously provided to them. They also, at the last minute, requested an extension to respond an additional 30 days. sorry, we don't have 30 days. This is due July 1st. It's our renewals. The supervisor's office at this point in time, based upon the packet that was added to you, which you will see, there is a total cost of $109,596 for the year. This includes our $106.63, which has terrorism coverage inside of it. And there's also additional premium for the $3,000 that goes up. What you will see is the township has had a developmental loss ratio of 32%, which includes our premium increase of almost a 40% requirement, or I'm sorry, 40% loss ratio overall between workman's comp and overall liability. Our premium, thank goodness, was only increased by 11.18%. The recommendation at this point in time, as we put this bid out for a 3-year program, with the cost of inflation, we're recommending that we move forward with the nickel and SAF proposal at a total of $109,596 for the next year, with annual renewal potential for 2. If you have any questions or comments, I'll be more
I
than
do have a question, and on something like this, and this might be directed towards Mr. Addis, is it legal for an RFP, or if we send out to, let's say, interested companies, that we can send a request for proposal, and maybe they didn't see the bid, and we could invite that, but I don't know if that's legal or not.
My answer is this: if you send it to them, and they didn't respond,
Well, it was online.
okay, well, I mean, that's acceptable behavior. I find it hard to believe that nobody bid. That's just me. Now, that's not a legal opinion. As you know, I own an insurance company. I've never quite seen responses like this. But it's a brave new world out there. I don't know. I didn't follow this. I don't want to say anything. You can always rebid it. You can try to bargain it. Do whatever you want. How long is this contract for?
This is a 1-year renewal
With no
with an
obligation
option.
beyond that?
I'm sorry.
With no obligation beyond that?
No obligation, but an opportunity to renew additional 2 years. Keep in mind, we've had almost a 40% loss ratio.
That's also part of the insurance carrier.
Correct.
It's not your fault. For 1 year, I wouldn't stall it.
Oh, I'm not going to stall it.
Okay.
That was not
I
my
would
intent.
buy it, but I just, the competitive nature of insurance, it surprises me that no one would
Our health insurance went up over 11%.
bid. It all goes up. Did you get bids?
Yep.
We only got one bid here, right?
We had 4 different companies involved, and they wanted us to
Health
delay.
insurance, the others bid. It's all going to go up. I mean, it's just inflation.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand that. It wasn't my intent to stall it, but I can't believe, it's no offense to you, Mr. Graybot, it's hard to believe that, I mean, 3 of the 4, only 1 bid.
If you listen very carefully, Mr. Clifford, Crockett Insurance, which is one of the largest commercial carriers, said, we don't have enough time to respond.
Well, I
It's
said
been up-
that, I read that, I understand that, but that's why maybe an RFP, if we had some interested companies, and I'm not complaining about nickel and SAF, I'm just saying that it's on something like that, you would think they would make time to do that on an account that big.
You absolutely are right, but what you don't know is what went on. And one of the insurance carriers, the Provision out of Royal Oak, we literally were sending them information almost every other day. They had no energy to go out and do their due diligence. And
Well, I see that too, yeah, I read it, I've had that happen to me in my job, but on something that big, very rarely that happens. But no, it's nothing against.
I was shocked when we got 1 bid back on time. The rest, 2 of them asked for extensions, And the other one told us right up front, it's going to be a minimum 130, and we're not interested, after they asked us for the information.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's fine.
So at this point in time, I'll bring it back to the board for consideration, as this is due. Our insurance expires July 1st, and we do not have another board meeting at this point.
I will make a motion that the township use Nicklin Saf for our 2023-24 insurance needs, beginning July 1 of 2023, in the amount of $109,596.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, second by Treasurer Holland. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
Alrighty. Item I, Tech Care Computer Time Block Purchase Request. Madam Clerk.
Bringing in front of the board tonight a request for the purchase of a 100-hour time block with high tech in the amount of $14,500. That is, as always, a reduced amount. They're currently working at about $200 an hour. This would put us at $145. We bought a time block maybe in October.
I think it might have been later than that.
Later than that, could have been. We have had major work done in this building since that time. We've had a new server installed, we've had new phones put in, we have had new monitors put in. So that has eaten up some, and we also had new door entry locks put in. So that has eaten up the time block that we purchased back later than October. I don't know when it was. Maybe November, December. So at this point, I am requesting that the board authorize a 100-hour time block in the amount of $14,500.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the purchase of a 100-hour Tech Care computer time block from High Tech at the cost of $14,500.
I'll support.
I have a motion by Treasurer Holland, second by Clerk Kandel. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Connell,
Aye.
Kendall,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader.
Aye. Item J, BSNA Software Utility Building Training Request. Madam Clerk.
Bringing in front of the board today a proposal to provide BS&A training to our code enforcement officer and our deputy treasurer under the utility billing. We are trying to get our employees cross-trained, so the main responsibility of utility billing will be with the deputy treasurer, with the code enforcement officer as our backup utility biller. The cost of this training is $1,000 for a one-day session. They will both be in this session together.
I will make a motion to approve BSNA software to train several Lenox Township employees on utility billing at the cost of $1,000.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Holland, second by Clerk Kandel. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Connell,
Aye.
Kendall,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
All right, item K, Recording Secretary Appointment Request. Mr. Graybaum.
Good evening, board. Once again, This evening, the Supervisor's Office is coming forward with a request to nominate Ms. Diane Broll to the position of Recording Secretary of the Planning Commission and the Zoning Board of Appeals. With this understanding that she will be getting paid $60 per diem per meeting, Ms. Broll is currently the only applicant that has been received since the posting was posted last month, and is also extremely well qualified based upon the resume that is attached, if the board would like to review. At this point in time, if there's not any questions, we'll bring it back to the board for nomination moving forward. In two motion forms, please.
I make a motion that we appoint Diane Broll to the position of Recording Secretary for the Planning Commission.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Trustee Burley. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Hamel.
Aye. Secondly, I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Ms. Diane Broll as the Recording Secretary for the Zoning Board of Appeals. Second.
Got a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Treasurer Honnold. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Hamel,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
All right, item L, Food Truck Ordinance Amendment. Mr. Greenbelt.
All right, board. Supervisor's Office this afternoon, is proposing the following amendment to the food truck ordinance highlighted within your packet. This is to allow registered and legitimate 501c3 organizations to be exempt from the permitting fees for food truck permits. This does not exempt them from the inspection requirements or any other provisions within the ordinance. We ask that the board move forward and make the approval and the amendments. That I'll bring it back to the board for questions, comments, or a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the amendment to the food truck ordinance to allow 501c3 organizations to be exempt from the permitting fees for permits.
Second.
I have a motion by Trustee Gurley, seconded by Trustee Clifford. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll.
Gurley,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Hamel,
Aye.
Kendall.
Aye.
All right, item N, resolution in opposition to House bills involving sand and gravel mining. Mr. Greenbelt.
All right, board. Good evening. This evening, bringing forth from the Supervisor's Office the following resolution to declare Lenox Township's opposition to the House Bills 4526, 4527, and 4528. These bills are aimed at stripping any and all authority from local governments in regard to sand and gravel mining operations, both existing and future facilities. These bills will override and vacate the previous judicial and administrative opinions related to all mining permit applications, including those previously submitted to local units of government, limit local government and resident input only through public comment periods, codify operation hours for activities such as truck loading, blasting, and crushing to begin at least at 6 a.m. 6 days a week, and would allow for hours beyond that time for state or county contracts, which will also automatically remove the right of referendum by impacted residents. The Supervisor's Office is requesting that the board approve this resolution and allow it to be passed this evening. Attached to your packet, you do in fact have that resolution. If you'd like me, I'll read through that for you. Resolution number 2023, opposition to House Bills 4526, 4527, and 4528. Whereas Michigan House Bills 4526, 4527, and 4528 are designed to strip local governments of any and all regulatory authority regarding sand and gravel mining. Whereas the proposed bills before the Michigan House are a danger to the public's general welfare, health, and safety. Whereas the proposed bills place certain companies' profit before the needs of the people whom we are elected to serve, ignoring local governments, residents, and property owners. Whereas the proposed bills will dramatically remove the right of referendum by impacted residents and suppressing the rights of the people of Michigan for sand and gravel. Be it further resolved that Lenox Township vehemently opposes proposed House Bills 4526, 4527, and 4528, and calls upon its elected representatives in the Michigan House and Senate, along with its neighboring communities, to stand with Lenox Township in opposition to these bills which pose a danger to the general welfare, health, and safety of the greater public. Please keep in mind our supervisor was out at Lansing and did work out there and testify during those hearings. With that, I'll bring it back to the board for a resolution referendum to be proposed.
What resolution number will this be, Madam Clerk?
2023-6.
If there's no further discussion, I believe the motion will be in order.
I make a motion, we pass a resolution in opposition to House bills involving sand and gravel mining.
The chair will second. We have a motion by Trustee Clifford, seconded by the chair. May the deputy clerk please call the roll.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Gurley. Aye. Kendall,
Aye.
Connell.
Aye.
All right. Item N, outdoor gathering requests. Madam Clerk.
We have before you this evening a packet of information for an outdoor gathering permit for Mr. Mark Phillips. He and his family own the property at 61705 Gratiot, which is 29 in Low Plank. They are requesting an outdoor gathering permit for a fireworks show on June 23rd, 2023. Time of the event is from 6 until 10:30. Expected attendance is 1,000. They will be providing their own parking, volunteers to help parking, restroom facilities, security personnel. There will be no alcoholic beverages on site. There will be a catering company coming in with food and an ice cream truck on the premises. This information has all been vetted by our public safety director. He has talked to the gentleman who is going to be handling the fireworks portion of it, and I don't believe there's any problem with any of this, with the exception of we just need to approve the event and then collect the fees.
Will there be fire protection on site?
Mr. White, I believe you can answer that one.
There's been no request for fire protection to be provided on site. Historically, the fire department does not provide fire protection for private events, and it's not required under any of the permits or statutes. There will be an inspection ahead of the fireworks show, where the fire chief will review the actual devices that shoot the fireworks, as well as the manifest, the fireworks that are brought on site. But at this point in time, there will not be a fire truck on site unless it's requested by, the individual holding the event, and then there would be a cost associated with it.
number of vehicles it takes for 1,000 people to attend this event, and what happens to them when they're leaving the site. I suppose it happens in St. Clair every year too, so
Say again?
I said I suppose the parking issue happens in St. Clair every year too. I've been stuck in the middle of it, so I guess that, you know, but that would be my only concern is anywhere from 250 to 500 cars hitting Gratiot all about the same time, or trying to.
I believe we could probably work with the sheriff's department to at least have some deputies out here routing traffic through properly to make sure there are no backups.
That's my biggest concern. Other than that,
Lieutenant McPherson, can you speak to the concern? I know you didn't come here expecting this.
That's okay, that's what I'm here for. We can have the deputy monitor the situation, and if it gets out of hand, then we can address it accordingly. But that's why the deputy's here, so.
okay.
All right.
That being said, I will make a motion to approve the outdoor gathering permit to Mr. Mark Phillips for June 23rd fireworks.
I will second.
I have a motion by Clerk Candell, seconded by Treasurer Hunt, and Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Gurley. Aye. Reader,
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
All right, item P, 2023-2024 water service user charge rates.
I think we forgot SEMCOG members.
Oh, yeah, I did, my bad. All right, going back, item O, Southeast Michigan Council of Governments, SEMCOG dues. Madam Clerk?
We have in front of us the 2023 annual membership dues for SEMCOG in the amount of $1,354. At this point, we request a resolution to pay that invoice.
Is it a resolution or just authorization?
Motion. Give me a motion.
It's been a long day.
I will make a motion to approve the 2023 annual membership fees for SEMCOG at the cost of $1,354.
It's 1,350.
Second.
What did I say?
You said 1,054.
Oh,
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Whatever.
Okay, I have a motion by Treasurer Arnold, seconded by Trustee Clifford. May the Deputy Clerk please call the roll?
Connell,
aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Kendall,
Aye.
Gurley. Aye. Reader.
Aye. All right, now item P, 2023-2024 water service user charge rates.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening. This is the time of the year that we look at the township water and sewer rates based on the supply rates and recommend the new rates for this upcoming year. So for the water, I believe you have my communication dated June 5th, and I do apologize that we did not find this information until this afternoon, so that's why the late entry for tonight's agenda. So this year, effective July 1st, we're looking at a 9% increase by GLWA. However, our rates can absorb some of that, and we are looking at 4.4% increase for Lenox Township. So we are recommending an increase for the water rates from 57.2 per thousand cubic feet of water to 59.7 for this fiscal year 2023-2024. There's a typo in the bottom of the letter. Just ignore that, please.
to make a motion that we set the new township water supply user rate charge at $59.70 per TCF,
1,000 cubic feet.
1,000 cubic feet. I couldn't figure out the T part. Per 1,000 cubic feet, as recommended by the township engineer
And DPW,
and DPW supervisor.
effective July 1st.
I second that.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Trustee Clifford. May the deputy clerk please call a roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Connell.
Aye.
All right, item Q, 2023-2024 wastewater service user charge rates. Survey?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Again, this is the second part. We're looking at the sewer rates for this fiscal year. And again, the communication, my letter dated June 5th, we're coming through the sewer rates that we received from Macomb County. And again, it's a pass-through just like the water rate. And for this year, we are looking at a small increase from 117.4 per 1,000 cubic feet. Macomb County called MCF instead of TCF, but they're both 1,000 cubic feet. To amended for this coming year to $118.40 per 1,000 cubic feet. So approximately a 0.9% increase in our sewer rates. Very minor considering the historical increases.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the wastewater disposal service user charge increase from $117.40 to $118.40 per 1,000 cubic feet as recommended by the DPW superintendent and our engineer.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
I second the motion.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Trustee Clifford. May the deputy clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Gurley.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Public comment. Is there anyone? No? All right, closed session.
Make a motion that we go into closed session at 7:23 p.m.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Treasurer Hollow. May the deputy clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Reader.
Aye.
I would like to make a motion that we return to closed session.
Second. Working.
All right. I have a
I'd like
motion
to make a
by.
motion that we return from closed session at 7:30 p.m.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Trustee Gurley. May the deputy clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Clifford,
Aye.
Reader.
Aye.
I would like to make a motion that the township board follow the directives of the Secretary of State in reference to the FOIA request.
Second.
I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Treasurer Hollow. May the deputy clerk please call the roll.
Kendall,
Aye.
Connell,
Aye.
Reader,
Aye.
Gurley,
Aye.
Clifford.
Aye.
All right. Item 14, call from the board. Anyone? All right, adjournment.
Make a motion that we adjourn at 7:30.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Clerk Kandel, seconded by Trustee Gurley. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned.